I'm not sure if you're like me, but many years ago, when I emphasize many, it was many years back. I'm not that person anymore. But I used to often wonder, how come I still keep doing the same crap over and over and over again? How come I make the same mistakes over and over and over again? If you can relate to that and you ask yourself those questions, this video is for you. I want to point out, there is no such thing as a mistake. A mistake is an interpretation. Simply, we do what we do and we get outcomes. So a better question might be, how come I keep creating the outcomes that I'm creating over and over and over again? And many of us think erroneously it's because of our behavior, things that we do. But let me ask you this, what drives the behavior? So I'm going to give you a couple of examples here, a couple of ways to look at this, and we're going to take two different approaches. Did you brush your teeth this morning? I don't know where you are in the world. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Hopefully you did. But most of us get into, we're into hygiene in the morning. Did you brush your teeth this morning? If you did brush your teeth, which I'm assuming probably 99% of you did, you didn't get up and say, what do I do first thing in the morning? What's this brush thing? Should I brush? You get up, you put your music on, you do whatever you do. You just reach for your toothbrush and start brushing your teeth, or in the shower, whatever you do. But you do it with no analytical thought. That's direction number one. What if I walked in, let's say it's lunchtime, and I put a plate of liver and onions right down in front of you? This juicy liver covered in smothered onions. And you looked at that, and what would you say? Would you say, yum, liver and onions? Or there's no way I want liver and onions? Now, that's the second direction I'm going. What do I mean by all this? The first way, with brushing your teeth, the reason you brush your teeth every morning in the same sequence. Notice you do it in the same sequence, meaning you might brush your teeth, then you go make coffee, then you turn on your shower, you go to the toilet. Whatever the sequence is, it's pretty much the same sequence every single morning. That's the first part of this video. That's your brain. Now, the second part, direction we're going to go, is the liver and onions. That's a little bit about your brain, because it's your brain thinking about it, and your mind. That's what's called your subconscious identity. I am the kind of person who does not like liver and onions. You put liver and onions down in front of me, and I'm going to say, no way, no how am I having liver and onions. Notice both of these ways, the brain-based way with brushing your teeth and the liver and onions. Neither way requires any analytical thought, meaning we don't have to think through it, happens automatically with the liver and onions and the brushing teeth. That's why you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again. The reason why is because you are in the habit of thinking in ways that create the behavior, that create the mistake. You have some identity. And identity affects every single thing that we do, meaning that you see yourself as a kind of person, and that's self-image identity. You see yourself as a person who will eat liver and onions, therefore you keep eating liver and onions, or you don't. Let me give you an example here of how this can play out in real life behavior. Let's say that, talking about mistakes, you keep trusting people and you keep getting burned. So what we tend to do is many people tend to blame other people. I can't trust people because I got burned. What I look at is this is more self-image than it is habit, even if we've done it a lot of times and it becomes habit. But what I look at, what is my identity that I am the kind of person that helps people? But it's not just about helping people. Maybe I'm helping people carelessly, meaning I'm not discerning about who I help or how I help them. And because I'm not discerning, therefore I make poor choices. Because I make poor choices, I don't get the outcomes I want, and therefore I call those a mistake. So the reason, plain and simple, the reason you keep repeating your same, what you call mistakes, over and over and over again is not because of you, not because you're a bad person or any of that. It has 100% to do what your brain has been actually conditioned to do through habit. When you do things over and over, you create neural pathways in the brain. So your brain is in the habit of doing X, Y, Z, which creates the outcome that you don't like. And they're both interwoven, brain and the identity. You are a kind of person who does X, Y, Z. Therefore, you actually do that in behavior and you create the outcome. Plain and simple, we don't want to judge the behavior because that's what we don't want. We don't want to judge the mistake because it's not a mistake, it's just the outcome. What we must realize that it is our brain-based function and habits, and it is our self-image that creates the behavior that creates the outcomes. When we recognize that, it gives us power over the mistakes that we might have been making in the past. So let me give you a quick takeaway here. The brain-based one, I'm not going to go there now, but in the other one, the subconscious self-identity. So if you keep making the mistake, what you call a mistake, over and over and over again, stop. Ask yourself, who is it and how is it that I'm seeing this? What does it mean to me that's causing me to act in a particular way that is causing the outcome? Whatever that answer is, that's a reflection of your subconscious identity. That's why we do things over and over again, because let's say, for example, a tangible here. Let's say that you have a subconscious belief that you've got to save the world. If that's a subconscious belief, then look how that's going to filter into your behavior, which then filters in you helping people that actually take advantage of you, which creates the mistake. So where you want to look on the inside is here's the great question and the final question for this video, is the person that does XYZ behavior that creates the mistakes. That's where you want to look, because that's what you want to start shifting, is the identity of that person that does the XYZ that gets you the outcomes that you do not want. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you over on another video. Bye-bye.